What's up, party person? In this video, we're just gonna go off the cuff. I like my rant. So what I wanna talk to you about is if you're an insurance agent, you're probably consuming too much information. What does that mean? Well, the whole premise of this video is the more you consume, the less that you produce. It's almost like, it's kind of like eating. Like when hunger goes up, so let's just call this consumption. Your production, as a result, automatically goes down because your body has to do all this digesting. I think it's like your brain requires takes 70-something% of its energy to digest food, which is absolutely nuts, which is why I eat one meal a day, or I primarily fast every other day, something like that. I do a lot of fasting. Go consult your local drug dealing doctor before listening to a single thing I say, but just stay open-minded about it. But understand, the more you're at cause, the less you're also at effect. And so this is even why I try to keep my videos short, because I respect your time. I'm not one of these attention whores who wants to throw out a bunch of clickbaity bullshit and get you to waste all your time. Because I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to just go take unprecedented action, things you've never done before, just to do it and get feedback. Because I know everything you want is on the other side of making mistakes. Like just doing something is better than doing nothing. At least once you get going, even if it's in the wrong direction, you can course correct, just like a rocket. A rocket doesn't get to where it needs to go in a straight line. It's very jaggedy. Why? It has like servo mechanisms. It constantly corrects based on feedback. What is feedback? It's almost like a negative reinforcement. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. What are we supposed to do? Boom. And it shows you the equal and opposite. Okay? Our brains work by comparison. It's called, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll think of it here in just a second. But anyways, our brain works on comparison. So you have to have something to compare it to. How do you know what's right if you do not do what is wrong? Okay? I don't care what the school teacher told you in second grade. There is more than one right. Bless me, thank me. Holy crap, Batman. So there is more than one way to get a result, all right? You don't always have to focus on knowing every single thing. Taking even imperfect action is better than the people who masturbate mentally all day. That's all they do is consume their favorite Alex Hormozy videos. Nothing against that, but it's like eventually you got to work. I don't care how many Alex Hormozy videos you watch, he's not going to come work for you. Him and Layla are not going to come do the work and build your business for you. All right? Like no one is going to come and do it unless you do. No one's coming. And maybe that's a bitter pill to swallow, but like just look at your phone usage. I bet it's like around 5 to 6 hours a day. Or if you are working, it's on pointless bullshit. They're not like mechanisms that actually drive revenue and push you towards the things that you want in life. And so what do? Because uncomfort or fear or uncertainty, anything like that, you start trading those bad feelings because you think for some reason it's wrong to feel bad. Like you think it's wrong to be bored. I love being bored. Like, what does that even mean? That's where all the intuition comes from. I'm really not a smart person. My brain just comes up with these crazy things that to me are normal, and I do it, and 9 times out of 10 they work. It's all just because I open myself up to ideas. I myself, I'm not that smart at all. So it's just my unconscious mind. I don't know if it's downloads like Einstein used to have. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm very grateful for it. I don't claim to know everything, okay? As a matter of fact, I would argue I pretty much know nothing. Pretty much know nothing, all right? Because the deeper you go, like the more you know, the more you realize you don't know shit. That's one of the most humbling life things. Like I've spent so much money on all these courses and stuff, and it's like, damn, that thing I thought I knew something about, it's like I knew absolutely nothing about it. And so I'm even guilty of this. This is my pornography right here. I love learning new things. Like I love learning about communication and therapy and applied psychology, and all that stuff is great. I've got some life-changing stuff, but I understand on the other side of that, knowledge by in and of itself is not power. You must apply it. You must do something with it. Like, you must act upon it. Knowledge that is acted upon is power. All right? So you must do something with what you're learning. And that's why it's important not to consume too much. Because if you're always consuming, you're never at cause down here. You're never producing anything. If you consume too much, you don't have any bandwidth, any mental energy left to produce anything with. Okay? And the less you're at cause, the longer you remain at effect. I'll say that again. The more you're at cause, the less you remain at effect. What does being at effect mean? Well, how I view it, this is caring about what other people think. This is not being able to buy something or do something for somebody that you think is special to you. Like, it's not being able to mark off your beautiful bucket list destinations and you're scared you're never going to get to go in a country before you die because you don't have enough money. I can't stand that stuff. Don't you hate it when your customers tell you that I can't afford it? You know they're making it up because you see them next week go buy stupid shit that they don't need that costs more than the thing you were trying to sell them. I deal with it every day. Agents who hate getting that objection, but they still try to give it to me. Now, certain ones, if I want them on my program, I'll combat the belief, but there's certain people I'll let them walk around and keep that because I don't want them in my program. It's not for everybody. And so I do want to give a special shout out to like the Running Buddies Agent of the Week. There's a girl named Brandy in my program who's absolutely killing it right now. She did 22,000 last month, and I'm so freaking proud of her because she has 2 boys that are gonna get to see a great example being set, not a good, but a great example being set of what taking action towards what you want looks like. Okay, so kudos to you, Brandy. I'm extremely proud of you. I love you with all my heart, and you are an amazing soul. Thank you for trusting me enough to give me money and join my program. So keep being customer for life. Keep giving me your money, and I'll keep over-delivering awesomeness to you, all right? So I just wanted to give a special shout out to her. If you want to know how she did that, click the link down below in the description. It's a free masterclass, free webinar. Go check it out. Because communication is your basis for everything, like how you define words, how you look at things, how you frame like your reality is what's going to, like, your psychology is responsible for 90% of your results because how you view the activity that you're doing is going to dictate how you do that activity. Meaning if you think consumption is good for you, you'll keep doing it. Oh, I need to keep learning. I need to keep learning. And you'll think production is bad because of school. It's, you know what's so funny? Like, what do you get out of school? Nothing. Like, because what consequences come with it except card changes and limiting beliefs, like like slave programming. If you don't answer a question on a sheet of paper, what happens? Like, what happens if you do answer a question on a sheet of paper? Nothing. Nothing. There's no inherent consequences. Out here in the real world, there is real consequences though, because the world ain't patient. The world isn't going to wait for you to step up and do this. And so while 99% of other people are distracted, watching pornography, doing things to make themselves feel better, trading long-term, long-term wants and goals for short-term pleasure to get out of short-term pain, like, they're all just going to keep fucking off. They're all going to keep fucking off. All right? And that's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of it. So you want to stay down here. This is where you want to live at 90% of the time, is just doing stuff. I want you to look at where you want to be in the next year and condense that down to what you can do to make that happen in the next month. That's my ask of you. That means no more watching pointless fucking YouTube videos. Mute my channel if you have to for a month. I'm the only person I'll tell you to do that. Because I already trust that most of you already know what you need to do. You're just delaying it into the future. And I don't know why. That's something I've just lost sight of, is delaying things, procrastinating. I want it and I want it now. And I understand that I have to take violent action to make that happen. So the longer you keep delaying this, the more you keep doing this, the longer you're going to have to wait for everything beautiful that you want in your life. So that decision remains up to you, my friend. So that's my challenge for you is write down the 3 things you want to do over the next year, the 3 things that would move your life the most farther forward, and see what things you can do to make that happen in the next month to 3 months. That's my challenge to you. So like I said, if you want a free webinar on communication and how to be a successful insurance agent, click the link down below in the description. Go check out how Brandy's done $22,000, $80,000 in a month before, because she's a badass and she's one of my favorite humans in this world. Seriously. It's so funny that customers will turn into friends faster than friends will turn into customers. And I'm sure all of you are aware of that, especially no matter what you're selling. So love you all. Keep being awesome. Like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.